In 1932, the United States government opened the FBI Training Academy. But what the Founding Fathers had in mind... Welcome to the FBI.
Put your weapons on the ground!
...was not Ellie DeWitt.
Hey, don't like this, you get respect.
Or Janice Zuckerman. For DeWitt, it's going to take initiative.
You guys in a gang or something?
I don't think you've got a prayer.
For Zuckerman, it's going to take a miracle.
FBI, freeze! Gumball.
If they're going to become federal agents,
Come on, we're young, we're single, we're heavily armed.
it's going to require a lot of teamwork.
Double action or single action?
Double or single? Whatever. You know my taste.
A lot of field work.
Got a tattoo?
Yeah, I got a tattoo.
A lot of footwork.
He's kind of cute. You're a sociopath.
DeWitt and Zuckerman. Together, they just might graduate the toughest course known to woman.
FBI, freeze!
Rebecca De Mornay
I hope the people of the United States of America will be able to sleep better knowing that women like us have guns.
and Mary Gross.
You talking to me? You're kidding. I didn't think so. To law enforcement.
Feds.
Futurama. General Motors Futurama at the New York World's Fair, where you meet the future face to face. It's an experience you'll never forget because the fantastic Futurama ride takes you into the future and makes you feel like you're there in outer space, beneath the sea, in unbelievable places, watching believable things happen. Many of the futuristic things you'll see are already more than just a part of the General Motors Futurama exhibit. They're demonstration models, in a sense, of scientific ideas being developed now. Stroll down our avenue of progress and see this kind of product on display. And also the exciting array of new products in our product plaza. At the fair, see General Motors Futurama first. Take the trip that's worth the trip to the fair. It's free.
Shirley here for This Week in East Brunswick. Welcome once again to my restaurant guide. I'm standing outside of the Victoria Station, which is located on Route 18 in East Brunswick. We will be stepping inside to speak with Marcia Brecker, the manager. Marcia, can you tell me a little bit about the background of Victoria Station? For example, how it got started?
Chris, the restaurant chain was begun in 1969 by 3 graduates of the Cornell Restaurant School. It was started with 3 boxcars and a caboose that was purchased and placed in San Francisco, and from there it developed into a 97-unit chain which spreads across the country.
When people think about the decor of the Victoria Station, they think of railroad cars. How did this idea come about?
Actually, one of the three originators of the restaurant was in England on vacation and passed through Victoria Station, the train station so famed in London, and the idea came upon him that this would be a great idea to develop a restaurant chain around. And so they set about purchasing boxcars and artifacts, and a lot of the artifacts in the restaurant are originals.
Could you elaborate a little bit more about the signs and the railroad decor around here? It's beautiful.
Well, we have many authentic pieces of equipment that were originally in the boxcars, and we have many signs taken from locations in England and around the country that indicate directions to different towns, and it's a lot of fun to walk around and look at where these places are. In our Universal City location out in California, we have the original clock that was in Victoria Station in England, and we also have a huge travel signboard with where they used to place the cars going to different towns. It's immense, and it's quite a showpiece.
So all these signs are from the Victoria Station in England?
Some of them are, and others are taken from other train stations.
Marcia, we talked earlier about when people think of Victoria Station, they think of it as a steakhouse. Now, you had mentioned to me that that image is changing. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, prime rib has always been our specialty, but in our past we've elaborated tremendously on the menu, and in the past year we've really developed an interest in providing fresh fish for the public, and that's something that we're doing very well right now. We have 3 fresh catch on nightly.
What type of fish do you have?
Well, we buy our fish upon availability. Right now our fish are a fillet of bluefish, a fillet of flounder, and we have a mako shark steak, which is grilled. And the price range of the fish run from $6.95 up to $10.95.
Marcia, you had mentioned to me another reason people come here is because of the salad bar. But what makes the salad bar at Victoria Station different?
We have a 22-item salad bar, and all of the ingredients are fresh. In addition, we make our own salads here that other places do not have, such as a fresh carrot salad, a 3-bean salad, and we make our own potato salad here.
Okay. All right. Another specialty Victoria Station offers is their delicious desserts. Andrea Daggett, the kitchen manager, is going to prepare especially for us a chocolate mousse. So, Marcia, could you please explain how a chocolate mousse is prepared?
Yes, how we begin it is to take fresh egg yolks, and we whip that together with sugar, and then we melt down Ghirardelli chocolate, which is brought in from California. It's an excellent chocolate, and we melt that down. At the same time, we whip up heavy cream, and we incorporate the egg yolks and sugar with the chocolate, and then we whip the cream into it, and that's your finished mousse.
So is there anything else you'd like to mention for our viewers about Victoria Station?
Yes, one last point I'd like to make is that this particular Victoria Station does not serve lunches. We are only open for dinners, and we're open 7 days a week. Our hours, we start serving dinners from 5 until 10, Monday through Thursday, 5 to 11 on Friday and Saturday, and 3 to 9:30 on Sunday. We also have happy hour in our lounge from 3 to 7 o'clock Monday through Friday.
I'd like to thank Marcia Brecker for talking with us today, and Andrea Daggett for preparing for us a chocolate mousse. And I'm Chris Shirley for This Week in East Brunswick. And until next time, good dining.
This Wednesday, the Wausau Center Mall opens with a burst of excitement. It's a new shopping center with colorful, sensational stores, a variety that seems endless, a fun place to shop. You'll find the things you like for the people you love in a bright, new atmosphere that will make your spirits soar. Get carried away. Grand opening is this Wednesday at the Wausau Center Mall.
Where you'll find shopping's fun. Shopping's fun again.
That was close. When key road signs like this are destroyed or vandalized, stolen, or obscured, a dangerous situation is created.
Are you okay?
The general public may take signs for granted until something goes wrong. But county road maintenance employees can't and don't. I'm Ralph Titus. Good sign installation and maintenance means safer driving conditions. It also means a reduction in the county's potential for liability, as Kansas Department of Transportation Attorney Vicki Johnson explains.
Perhaps the most important thing that cities and counties can do to defend themselves in tort litigation today are those actions which you will take long before an accident occurs and before a person has been injured. For example, governmental entities should have in place systems for keeping track of the signs that they have in place on city and county roads and streets, and for making sure that those signs remain in good condition. It is only by having such a system of surveillance and inventory that you can answer the questions that will be posed to you at trial of whether or not, for example, a stop sign was in place on the date that a person was injured. If you can answer those questions and you can demonstrate that your signs did conform with the Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices, in all likelihood you will be able to prevail at trial.
ABC. Sunday. Movie. The ABC Sunday Night Movie. Tonight, the movie that took America by fright. Matthew! Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
People are being duplicated.
From deep space, the seed was planted and terror grows. Starring Donald Sutherland, Brooke Adams, and Leonard Nimoy. Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Finally, the countdown had begun. We had spent the early morning hours taking care of the last-minute details, and now, at last, our journey into space could begin.
Let's see now. I turned off the light, shut down the heat, socks, shaving gear. I see you too. Did you lock the back door?
Yes, and I checked all the windows.
Good. Well, let's be going. And I keep thinking we've forgotten something. Maybe not. Let's get aboard. After you, I see you too, huh? Now, where's Norman?
What?
Where's Norman? I don't see him anywhere.
Why, he was just here a moment ago. I thought he was right behind us.
Where could he have gone? You don't suppose he's running away again, do you?
Oh, Professor, I'm sure he wouldn't ever do that again.
Norman! Norman! We'll have to go without him. Well, we can stop the countdown now.
But we can't just leave him here.
Norman, just in time. Oh, where have you been?
The chart, Professor. We forgot the chart.
I don't believe it. I knew there was something.
Why, we would have been lost without those calculations. We would never have found our way to the pulsar.
We would have been lost without you, Norman. Good work.
Thanks, Professor.
We only have 45 seconds left till blast off. Please, everyone, we must hurry.
Come on. Oh, what are we waiting for? Let's go. Goodbye, Earth. We'll see you on the way back.
Our sensors indicate an alien spacecraft nearing light speed in Sector 4.
Yes, I see. It's leaving a 9-planet system.
Oh, and there seems to be 3 mobile computer units on board. Now, what do you suppose they're doing way out here?
I have no idea, but this is very intriguing.
Wait, I'm getting a life form reading. It's an intelligent being.
An intelligent being? Wonderful! We must begin preparations to make initial contact with these creatures.
Make contact? But what if they're not like us? What if they're dangerous?
It's a one-man fire rescue station 20 miles from nowhere as the new marshal and his family face his greatest challenge. The heat's really on. But this firefighter's lucky. His 2 kids are helping him. Kent McCord stars in the warm but action-filled Pine Canyon is Burning. Wednesday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain Time, followed by Cover Girl.
And then, on a quiet, tree-lined street, evil has arrived in a most ordinary way. An old television set. October's next feature may change the way you feel about your television forever. The Video Dead. Once you've turned it on,
How did you get in here?
you may never be able to turn it off.
You don't know what you're messing with. Why in the hell don't you leave it alone? The slaughter's begun already.
Exactly how does a TV set kill somebody?
Don't you find it a little creepy living in the murder house?
Living in the what?
The Video Dead. Once you've seen them, you'll never forget them. Once they've seen you, you'll never get away. But don't freeze frame. Fast forward into the scary cult thrill zone with The Video Dead. Warehouse ship date October 21st.
Oh, that's all right. Forget it. Did I hear you say he's thinking of going to the moon? Oh, yes, sister, and I'm so happy for him. It is the one thing he wants. Then he'd be furious with anyone who tried to stop him. I'm sorry, sister, I did not hear you.
In the town of Durango, a notice was hung. Breakfast, it said, must not be fun.
No fun! Oh!
The shape of the F.
Never fear, I bring fun back to breakfast with Kellogg's Corny Snap cereal.
The shape of the F.
And the taste of sweet, crunchy corn.
Bless you, masked turtle.
There's fun in your good breakfast with Corny Snap.
Protected. But then he's your master. Do you really think it is that dangerous? The first man on the moon, are you kidding? Why, his chances are only vetch and vetch nasty of coming back alive.
I'm Buzz Aldrin, and you're watching the Sci-Fi Channel.
We're coming in for pizza. We're coming in for good. We're coming in to Pizza Hut. We're coming in for good.
Thin crust or thick, at Pizza Hut, the dough's made fresh every day. Making it by hand really makes it good.
We're coming in to Pizza Hut. We're coming in for good.
Your dungeon master has placed you in a dreadfully precarious position. You're playing the most phenomenal game ever created. Your skin grows cold from your first glimpse of the enormous beast. It's a product of your imagination. Survival depends on a quick, decisive move. Your choices are limited. Stand and fight, or run. Use your lightning bolt. Victory is yours.
Win the treasure.
TSR Hobbies, Dungeons & Dragons games. Products of your imagination.
Dateline, Walt Disney World. New resort hotels. 2 new additions to Epcot Center's World Showcase. And the doubling in size of the Disney MGM Studios theme park are just some of the projects that will become reality in the near future at Walt Disney World. Across from the recently opened Swan Resort is the elegant Dolphin Resort Hotel. The Dolphin's 27-story pyramid will be the tallest structure in all of Walt Disney World when its 1,500 rooms open to the public in July of this year. Adjacent to the Dolphin and Swan will be the other 2 Epcot Center resorts, Disney's Yacht Club and Beach Club Resorts. Disney's Yacht Club Resort is modeled on New England summer homes of the late 19th century, while the Beach Club is reminiscent of a turn-of-the-century seaside hotel. Both will open in the fall and will be joined in 1991 by an exciting new entertainment complex, Disney's Boardwalk. Shops, restaurants, nightclubs, and other amusements will be featured with the sand and sea atmosphere of Atlantic City. Between Epcot Center and the Disney Village Marketplace, ground is being cleared for 2 more hotels, Disney's Port Orleans and Dixie Landings Resorts. The ornate architecture of New Orleans' French Quarter will be captured in rich detail at the Port Orleans Resort, while up the river at Disney's Dixie Landings Resort, guests will experience either the stately grace of plantation-style mansions or the rustic charm of a bayou village. Epcot Center's World Showcase will soon welcome 2 new countries, the one most requested, the Soviet Union, and Switzerland, with its thrilling Matterhorn Mountain bobsled ride. The newest theme park in Walt Disney World is really growing. Coming to the Disney MGM Studios theme park will be the all-new Mickey's Movie Land, Roger Rabbit's Hollywood, with a wild ride on a Toontown trolley, Dick Tracy's Crime Stoppers, where guests can shoot it out with crooks, and the Muppet Studios, with a Muppet Vision 3D movie and the Muppets Movie Ride.
It'll be a backstage ride of explaining how movies are shot.
and it's almost, but all the information is wrong.
There's plenty planned to keep Walt Disney World guests busy well into the next century. We'll keep you updated on the progress of all these projects on future Dateline Disneys.
Number one.
I'll have burger and fries. Burger and fries. And fries. I'll have burger and fries. Here comes the rush. Underlay. Get that out. Hurry up, partner.
I haven't all day.
Give me the chili and a root beer. Underlay. Order up. I'll have the Texas chili and fries. Order up.
shall all die. Trapped on a strange landmass. They come from different times, but they're all in danger now.
Use whatever means necessary.
An unearthly swamp and an android colony with a human leader await. On the Fantastic Journey. Roddy McDowell joins the Fantastic Journey. Thursday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain Time.
We challenged hotshot Garland Dwyer with a Mattel Electronics baseball game.
You are off!
Inside, a tiny thinking computer plays like a team of pros. The computer fires a fastball.
Strike one.
Now a curve. It's a triple. Garland's trying to stretch it home.
You're out!
Hey, who's in there? Electronic baseball. One of 9 sports games from the #1 name, Mattel Electronics.
Feast your eyes on the Boston Sea Party feast. We give you all this for one price. It's a celebration of seafood.
Celebrate the Boston Sea Party.
Earweird is all around you.
Gibson! What? Don't you have an 8 o'clock?
What time is it?
9 to 8.
Lights out!
Walter Gibb Gibson lives life on the edge.
What do you think of that guy, Gibb? I don't.
Forget it, Gibson. I hear she likes the intellectual type.
So I'm intellectual and stuff.
You're flunking English. That's your mother tongue and stuff.
Allison Bradbury favors a more orderly existence.
7 o'clock news, 7:30 shower, 7:45 phone call. 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock, I don't know. That's when I rearrange my sock drawer.
They have very little in common.
How would you like to have a sexual encounter so intense it could conceivably change your political views?
Except that each has someone waiting in California.
Gib, I'm talking to your cordless. What are you doing for Christmas break, huh?
There's a certain someone here I want you to meet.
For Gibb, the girl of his dreams, a guaranteed sure thing.
You want it. I want it. You know I want it.
For Allison, her boyfriend, a respectable, safe thing.
How about a good hot mug of China Black?
And from a small New England college, both are willing to travel across the country by car.
You know I should have taken the bus.
What, and wind up sitting next to some sleazebag? Some sleazebag you don't know?
By foot. By truck.
So what's in California? Girl, it's supposed to be a sure thing. A sure thing, no questions asked, no strings attached. No guilt involved. A sure thing.
Together, they must overcome enthusiastic travel companions.
Hi, welcome aboard. I'm Marianne Webster.
And I'm Gary Cooper, but not the Gary Cooper that's dead. Hop in.
Personality conflicts.
Middle of nowhere, it's cold, there's no cars, you stay and hitch.
You're gonna walk? It's almost 20 miles.
And don't follow me.
And Mother Nature.
I have a credit card.
Have a credit card.
Oh. My dad told me specifically I can only use it in case of an emergency.
Well, maybe one will come up.
But adversity often has a way of making strange bedfellows.
I won't try it, I swear.
I trust you.
And somewhere on the road to a sure thing, Allison and Gibb just might discover the real thing.
For you.
Thank you.
Embassy Pictures presents a new film by Rob Reiner, The Sure Thing.
My whole life I never had a sure thing.
You take a look at a pattern, and you just about know exactly what stone to pick up to put on to make that tight cut. Of course, if you don't know that, well, you're not no grass cutter. It's just like an artist. He knows what paints to use to make a different color.
We use a cork wheel to polish the blemishes that occurred during manufacture.
Stems, we generally polish them on a natural cork. I presume, I don't know, but I presume we're probably the only ones left today that make up our own corks. And on that we use a combination of rotten stone and pumice stone as a mud base to polish it. The cork polishing is very effective and it's very brilliant. And wherever you can use it, that's what we do. Some of the patterns we have to acid polish it because you cannot get down to those real small cuts.
Any man tells you he can cut anything, you're looking at a liar. Because there isn't a man alive that can cut anything. In 2 years you can learn how to cut miter, but you spend the rest of your life and still never be a floor cutter. It's more demanding. It takes entirely deep concentration at all times. You can't be under any pressure. As you notice, there's nobody walking around. There's nobody leaning over your shoulder. They leave you alone. You know your job. You go ahead and do it. It's a shame there's not any more of us than what they are, but most of them are died off. There is a personal satisfaction that you get that you achieve something, but after a day's work, you're tired like anybody else, and you're ready to go home.
The red lead paint will not come off with water. And that's why we use red lead paint, so that in the cutting process, we're not erasing our guidelines. So it's a banana oil and water solution that is used at the end where it's washed and white. It smells like a fruit market in summer.
At long last, I am able to say a few words of my own. I have never wanted to withhold anything, but until now, it has not been constitutionally possible for me to speak. A few hours ago, I discharged my last duty as king and emperor. And now that I have been succeeded by my brother, the Duke of York, my first words must be to declare my allegiance to him. This I do with all my heart. You all know the reasons which have impelled me to renounce the throne. But I want you to understand that in making up my mind, I did not forget the country or the empire, which, as Prince of Wales and lately as King, I have for 25 years tried to serve. But you must believe me when I tell you that I have found it impossible to carry the heavy burden of responsibility and to discharge my duties as king as I would wish to do without the help and support of the woman I love. And I want you to know that the decision I have made has been mine and mine alone. And now we all have a new king. I wish him and you, his people, happiness and prosperity with all my heart. God bless you all. God save the king.
Senator Fulbright said some months ago that if the Vietnam War went on much longer, the best of our young people would be in Canada. Well, I'd just as soon let Senator Fulbright go prospecting for his future party leaders in the deserters' dens of Canada and Sweden. We Republicans will look elsewhere. Indeed, as for these deserters, malcontents, radicals, incendiaries, the civil and the uncivil disobedience among our young, SDS, PLP, Weatherman 1, Weatherman 2, the Revolutionary Action Movement, Panthers, Lions, hippies, yippies, tigers alike, I'd rather swap the whole damn zoo for a single platoon of the kind of young Americans I saw in Vietnam.
Elaine Mulqueen for Dominic's Finer Food Stores. In the produce department, you'll appreciate what Dawn Fresh and Orchard Ripe really means. You'll be delighted in the manner Dominic's pampers and coddles all produce. And if you're looking for squid, sepia, clams, boneless bacala, oysters, shrimp, lobster, and other deep-sea treats, fresh and fresh frozen, Dominic's Neptune's Cove is a must. Yes, you owe it to yourself, to your family, to discover that you can live better because you can buy better every day of the week at your Dominic's Finer Food Store, famous for imported Italian foods, Italian-style domestic foods. Convince yourself now. Come to Dominic's Finer Food Stores, Chicagoland's most complete food stores.
Chicagoland's most complete food stores, Dominic's.
Whether it's a simple office phone or a large, custom-tailored telecommunications system, whether it's voice only or voice and data, digital switching, transmission equipment, tie lines, Watts lines, multiple long-distance hookups, there's one company that can do it all. No, GTE.
Kids are king
At Dispensa's Kitty Kingdom.
Fun to sing
At Dispensa's Kitty Kingdom. Exciting rides
to make you yell and holler.
Any ride a quarter.
6 for $1. Kids are king.
Dispensa's Kitty Kingdom.
Let's go.
A quarter-mile north of Oak Brook Center.
looking at two people who are stuck 125 feet in the air in a parachute chair that won't go up and won't go down. We've been here since 11:30 tonight when the accident first happened, and it's now 4:45 in the morning, and everybody's getting a little sleepy. The authorities here assure us that the man and woman stuck in the chair are perfectly safe, and it's only a matter of time before they're brought down. But everyone, including the victims, are wondering how long that time will be. We notice the faces of the unfortunate couple, and they are deathly white. It's a terrible ordeal, hanging sideways in that chair, and for a long time they've been keeping their eyes closed and biting their lips, wondering, perhaps, just how long their nerves can stand it. For 5 hours now, mechanics have been working to free that parachute. The crowd's now beginning to stir. Looks as though they're ready to start lowering the chute, and maybe that final rescue attempt has arrived. Yes, there go the motors, on and off. Maybe you can hear them. They're lowering the free strands of the parachute by motor, and the stuck side with a rope, hand over hand from the very top. Here they come now, down a few feet at a time, and the crowds who have stood here all night are cheering wildly. They're going to land, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to land, and this sensational story of the amusement area is about over. Unless we miss our guest, this is going to be the thrill of the year at the New York Fair.
Over the years, General Telephone has invested heavily to make sure your phone service is the best you can get anywhere. And to make your phone even more valuable, all this costly equipment will be updated and modernized with even more advanced electronic switching equipment in the not too distant future. Oh, excuse me, did I say future? In many places, it's already happened.
When you guys are drunk, you're an asshole. Not me. Did you know?
Okay, oops. And we are now leaving ground on our journey into the unknown.
You're not actually talking to it, are you?
What? I'm not actually talking into it?
I'm actually recording on that, did you? Can we get the umbrella?
Yeah, I guess so. We should get the umbrella.
Holy shit.
You know, Mike, we will have to cut the profanity out of that.
What profanity? No profanity in the place. What are you talking about? Profanity is a swear, a vulgarity. We're not using vulgarities.
You just did.
No, we didn't. Coitus is a medical term within your course.
Oh, wow. Hey, John Fritz. What do you have to say, John Fritz?
Then if it's intrinsically good,
Maureen, what do you have to say?
What do I have to say?
J. Madison Chatham, 88.9.
I have absolutely nothing to say.
It wasn't bad for a first time.
Good morning, umbrella.
We'll be back in a minute.
Cool car.
The Rodriguez brothers. Roll the window down.
¿A dónde vas, Pietro? Hey, Bud! Hey, Bud, who's your new girlfriend?
Girlfriend? Watch it, melon farmer.
Flip you punk! Go down!
Most people call me RJ, and I'm from the Fort Berthold Indian Reservation. Mostly it's like drinking. A lot of parents drink and leave their children alone. Others, it's no jobs. There's no jobs on the reservation, so that's why you get a lot of Indians leaving the reservation. It extends even into it's down to the lower school grade schools, lower school class, because it'll be like they'll come to school. Oh, we had so much fun. We drank this weekend, and we all got stoned and huffed gas. And my classroom, they've gotten into Satanism. They draw devil signs on themselves and pray to him and stuff. And because I didn't get involved with that, I was kind of like shunned as the nerd. Probably the most dangerous problem is probably prejudice. Because you find it in a lot of places. There'll be people that, you tell them you're a Native American, you won't get the job or something. Red Man, Chiefy, Savage, those kind of schoolboy names. It makes me want to hit them, but then I don't because, well, I don't really care for fighting. My parents got divorced, and so it's kind of frustrating. Kind of angry at my father, but then proud of my mother because of the way she can support us so good without any help from my father. They need a good home. They need a loving family that's close together. I think that they should listen to teenagers more when they cry out for help. Watch more for the signs and give them a lot of love. That was really important, I think.
War. Perhaps it would be well for you to define what you understand to be our current United States military policy. What is our military policy?
Well, our current military policy is based on the doctrine of massive retaliation, that we threaten an all-out attack on the Soviet Union in case the Soviet Union engages in aggression anywhere. This means that against almost any form of attack, we base our policy on a threat that will involve the destruction of all mankind. And this is too risky and I think too expensive.
You obviously think it's wrong, dangerous to our security. I wonder if you would expand on that. Just because of what you say, the risk, and just because of the expense, it is not worthwhile?
No, it is. What it will mean is that in every crisis, an American president will have to make the choice whether a given objective is worth the destruction of American cities. The American president will have to decide whether Beirut, or whatever the issue may be, is worth 30 million American lives. In practice, I'm afraid the American president will have to decide that it is not worth it, and it will therefore encourage the piecemeal taking over of the world by Soviet aggression.
Because you believe the Soviets understand our unwillingness or inability, certainly our unwillingness to wage an all-out war?
The Soviets will understand our increasing unwillingness to engage in this kind of war, and therefore their task will be to present us with a challenge which doesn't ever seem worth taking the final jump, but which the accumulation of which is going to lead to the destruction of the free world.
There's a brand new store in town. It's called Zare.
Take another look, take another look, take another look at Zare. Take another look, take another look, look at all the fashions there. Take another look at Zare. Take another look, compare. Take another look, take another look, take another look at Zare. Take another look, look at all the values there.
Come on in and take a look
at Zare.
Our next stop takes us right inside the Grand Canyon concourse of the Contemporary Resort Hotel. Like Tomorrowland in the Magic Kingdom, the Contemporary Resort Hotel is themed to the future.
Hey, what the hell? California's gonna be a snap, girls.
High school's a snap with the summer school teachers.
Now, ladies, one more word of caution. This is not Iowa.
All right, class. You gotta help the poor little farm girl from Iowa.
California students mature early.
If you're lucky, I might make your job easy.
So let's go out there and win.
Come on, ladies, let's have fun! Oh, shit! Just call me okay. I want to play, got it?
Women aren't tough enough.
I want to play. So if you can't dig it, Mr. Cool, move over, because I'm going to play.
They'll beat the pants off any team.
What has happened to my school?
For Christ's sake! Take a crash course in driver's ed with the summer school teacher.
Only in America can a man go as far as he wants.
You are so sensual.
You know what it is about fur that makes me feel so sexy?
Debauchery!
And only in America can his little woman go as far as she wants.
Listen, do you want to get together and have a drink? What, happens to you when you get drunk?
They can't resist the student body.
Wow! A woman's lips, her eyes, her body, is that obscene?
Well, it's a little matter of exposure. I mean, it's okay for me to pose nude for you, but you can't pose nude for me.
We got some naked pictures of Miss Hands.
Trash. Absolutely trash. We've never had a scandal like this before, and we're not about to start now.
But what? Learn the bare facts from the summer school teachers.
Whatever happened to the old values?